One is surgical gloves, which for us with CPA would be a joke. We'd be dead by the time we got those gloves on our hand. But you could also use them, if there's blood or something. Somehow to not get that on yourself, use medical gloves. These, again, at the dollar store, are work gloves. If you have glass, if you have trees, if you have to move debris, it is good to have these.
I think your emergency kit also needs to be personalized.
Well, I'll get to that.
Okay. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, give one back. Don't be going ahead of me. Jerry? Pipe that doesn't spoil, absolutely. Right here, I have a sample of granola bars. Not the nutritious thing, but they fill you up. Canned food. Neil, here's the deal with food and water. How long do you think they'll last? Do you think you should keep them in your kit for 5 years? No, your food and water should be taken out every 6 to 9 months, and that can of tuna, take it out, make tuna salad, so the food is fresh. Anyone else? I'll just quickly go through this. Clorox.
Okay.
So if an emergency or disaster occurs and we happen to be out in the woods or in the forest, what type of solutions would you suggest if we need to use the restroom? Or if a female is on her menstrual cycle, what are some things that you would suggest for us for survival in that situation?
Pray. I'm not a camper. I guess you would just have to use what is out there. Improvise. Get to know nature. And, a leaf. A big leaf.
But know your poison ivy and your poison oak before you wipe.
All right, I'm going to go through these. Wipes. Wet ones. Wipe your hands, wipe your face. You might not be showering for a while. You could also get shampoo that you don't have to wet your hair if you're really into being cleansy. Toothpaste. Toothbrush. Pill container. Very important you have your medicine. Key. It's hard to put aside medicine because a lot of people only get a 30-month supply at a time and they don't want to put it in their pack. But you got to, because if you just have to grab that bag and go, you better have your medicine. I know if I don't have my happy pills, it's going to be a worse disaster. Yes, Joseph. Cash, exactly. Get a Ziploc. And the Ziploc should be some cash, a copy of your ID, a copy of your ATM card, a copy of your health insurance card. So if you're unable to get those as you're getting out, you have records in your kit. Duct tape. Because if all fails, you duct tape. You can use it to fix things. You could use it to, if you're a wheelchair or something that's not working well, duct tape. And lastly, shampoo. Okay, I gotta run into this. So, for women, you should have your monthly tampon pads. For men, you should have a muzzle, because we don't want to hear from you.
Molly,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. I got a question regarding your medication. How long can you leave it in your disaster kit?
How do you put it in?
How long?
How long? Well, I mean, if it's not going to expire and you don't need it, just leave it in your kit.
Okay.
As Robert said, I am giving you the basics of what should be in your kit. Your kit should also be what you need, who you are. You know, if you need glasses, if you need tweezers for some reason. Tweezers. Tweezers? It's a joke. It's a joke. It should reflect what you need. If you were, think of it if you were on Survivor. What would you need on Survivor? Because there's no target on Survivor. Okay, how much time?
We're fine, about 2 minutes.
All right. I quickly want to go through a deck. Can I have a folder real quickly?
Can I just ask a question?
Yes.
Because when a disaster hits, I know that most of us are going to have to probably give up our chair. Some of us got to know what we have to give up and what we're standing on the principle. Because we need to understand that. Because I know around here, I've been through a lot of emergency preparedness classes. We have hurricanes and floods come up very high. We're in the low-lying area. And I know the first responders, when they go to your door 48 to 72 hours before and they ask, they say, we're going to evacuate you. And if you refuse their evacuation, you go to the back of the list and you will probably not be asked again. So you need to realize that around here, that's the way it works.
You're also going to realize that if you need to go to a shelter, the shelter is not going to be totally ADA accessible. So you're going to have to deal with that. You know, shelters are, you know, they're trying their best to identify shelters that are accessible to their best degree, but that shelter that's identified might not be usable, or you might not be able to get there. And so they're going to have to use a place that's not identified as a shelter. It's going to be more difficult, it's going to be more challenging, but hopefully you and the people running the shelter can adapt and work with it. You all got a red folder. In the folder is one thing that I think is really cool, is a magnet that you can put on your refrigerator. And it's broken up into 4 sections. It says who you are, what meds you need, what things that you need to get by, who your contact is, where your kid is, and if this is on your refrigerator, rescue people, if they can get there, or neighbors, know where this is, or should know where this is, and it will save on time trying to talk to you or get stuff together. The other thing in the kit is it's basically a plan that kind of you write out the things that I've been talking about. I recommend that you are given these tools. You go home, 20 minutes, fill these out. Someone help you fill them out. Are you getting candy for no good reason? We'll talk later. Yeah, but we'll talk. You will be prepared if you take these materials, go home, spend a half an hour, and do it. Okay. Does anyone know what shelter in place is?
What?
Shelter in place. That means if you're at home and you can't be evacuated, you gotta stay at home and that's your shelter. And so make sure your home is pretty, safe and secure.